Diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and we are presented by the Hula Bowl. Today I have with me one of those diamonds in the rough. His name is Johnny Buchanan. He's a linebacker out of Delaware. Nice to meet you, sir.
Oh, it's great to meet you, Jimmy. Thank you for having me.
So yeah, I mean Delaware, at least as of late, Delaware is doing pretty good. They've been churning out some good talent. I know what was it during the, I want to say like the COVID season? Did you guys like win the CAA?
Yeah, we did. That was a very special season to me. We had a lot of great guys. You know, Coach Rocco led us. He did a phenomenal job, and it was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, hey, Johnny, so I want to give you the opportunity to kind of share your story. So if you don't mind, give us a little bit of background for yourself, if you don't mind. Tell me where you're from and how you ultimately got there to Delaware.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was born and raised in Brick, New Jersey. I fell in love with football at a very young age. I come from a football family. My father, John, played at Rutgers. I had a great uncle, Joe Auer, who played for the Miami Dolphins. You might recognize he's the first Dolphin to ever score a touchdown. So I just grew up really loving the game of football. If I wasn't outside playing football, I was, playing Madden or, just playing with little football action figures. I always loved it. So I started playing organized football at age 6 and all the way throughout, middle school. I played for Brick. And then after my freshman year of high school, I transferred to St. John Vianney in Jersey, which was a powerhouse at that time. Had a great high school career, played both running back and linebacker. And then ultimately earned a scholarship to the University of Delaware, came in as a true freshman and, played special teams and got to learn from and back up Troy Reeder, who is now with the Chargers, won a Super Bowl with the Rams last year. So that was a great experience. And since my sophomore year, I've been able to start and I've had a lot of fun. I love playing for Delaware and I love the tradition that they have here.
Awesome. So let me back up just a little bit because I am somewhat curious. Growing up in high school there in New Jersey, did you play in any other sports? Did you participate in anything else?
So I love training. So I just took the off season to weight train. Outside of school, I trained a little bit MMA. I do love watching the UFC. I'm a bit of a nerd there watching that stuff. So, I do a little bit of boxing, a little bit of jiu-jitsu here and there. But as far as organized sports, no, I stopped playing baseball after my sophomore year.
Gotcha. So obviously you stuck to football for the most part. So obviously you totally love this game. What do you like most about the game of football?
There's so many correct answers, I feel like, but I love the meathead in me wants to say I love the contact. I love to hit people, but really I love how the game brings 100 different guys from all different backgrounds together towards one common goal. I love the aspect that you have 11 guys on the field and you have to do your job in order to, get the team's goal done. So I love the team aspect of it.
Awesome. So, and let's just kind of talk about University of Delaware, man. I mean, you guys, again, like I said, are really doing well. Talk to me about just the campus and the school in of itself. I mean, what makes your university so special?
It's a beautiful campus. Really, to me, the football facilities they have here are top tier. You look at all the FCS programs, and we're truly blessed to have what we have. Even the new Whitney Athletic Center that was built, you have a full FBS caliber weight room with a student athlete dining hall, with the training room, with a medical staff, all in the same building where you can also go get academic help and places to study. That's top tier. You have that connected to the locker rooms right around the corner. You have our stadium, the practice fields, an indoor facility. You don't get that at many FCS programs. So that sets Delaware apart. And outside of football, it's also, a great campus. There's Main Street, lots of places to go eat. And, I love everything about it here.
Awesome. And what are you doing there as a student, man? What's your academic standing? Like, have you graduated? What's your major and all that other stuff? Kind of lay that on me.
Yes, sir. So I've already graduated. I'm ready to go. I was a health behavior science student in my undergraduate studies, and I love health science. I really love training, exercise science, things like that. And now I am in the master's program here. I'm in international business. And as soon as the season ends, I'll be ready to move on from school.
Awesome. And I guess just kind of out of curiosity, what's been your most difficult class like over your tenure there at Delaware?
I would say freshman year, I took pre-calculus, and that was a tough one for me. Just welcome to college, it was fast paced, and the teacher was no nonsense. So that really got me ready to go.
Pre-calc, man, that was way back in the day. I've been there. So um cool. Well, let's kind of shift gears, back to you as a player. Um again, obviously the goal is to get to the professional level. What do you feel separates you as a prospect? I mean, obviously there as a linebacker, like we said, team captain, been a solid starter there for several years. What do you feel separates you as a prospect?
I would say there's a lot of reasons, but number one, I'm a great teammate. I find ways to help the team win, whether it be playing defense at linebacker, inside, outside, doesn't matter. Whether it be on special teams, I still to this day run down on kickoff and punt. And I can also play offense. I can run the ball, I could play fullback, I could block, I could catch. So, that's something I welcome, and I would love to be able to prove that I can play on that side of the ball as well. I really prepare like a true professional. I love football, and it's my only goal in life right now is to play pro football aside from winning a championship here at Delaware. So I prepare my body, I train, I diet very seriously. My nutrition is dialed in, and I'm a film junkie. I really like to study tendencies, and I love to learn all about the game and how I can help my team win.
Gotcha. I mean, some of that there, I kind of already knew. I kind of already had like that in the back of my mind. I mean, especially that as a special teamer. And I know some people kind of shrug at the idea or maybe have a different mindset or whatever, but I do feel like your experience as a high school running back, and just everything that you bring to the table gives you an opportunity to go out there and maybe be like a huge special teams contributor. Like how would that feel if you could have that opportunity at the next level?
I would love that. I take a lot of pride in special teams. It's a third of the game. We lost this past week due to tons of reasons, but special teams was a huge reason. So I feel that special teams is just as important as offense and defense, and I welcome being on all units.
Sure. And like I had also said, I feel like your leadership is crucial as well. I mean, again, being a team captain, talk to me about first off how that feels to you about being a leader of your team, and then again, just kind of what kind of leader you are, and maybe would bring to like a team at the next level.
Yes, sir. So in my eyes, there's no greater accomplishment than being a team captain. All the other awards are great, and I thank everyone for recognizing me, but the respect of my teammates and my coaches is number one for me. And I think my ability to lead a group of men is it comes very natural to me. But first, I always lead by example. I believe you have to practice what you preach, and if you aren't taking care of business yourself, you can't tell anyone else to. So I make sure I always prepare at a high level, and I practice what I preach, like I said. And I can also be vocal if I have to, but I really think that you can lead in many ways. And sometimes people just need to see how things are done the right way. And then other times, if people need to be talked to, you need to address it in the way that suits them.
Gotcha. And I want to give you one opportunity. Obviously a lot of guys who are great teammates for you there that you've had over the past seasons. Who has impressed you the most as a teammate there? Either a current teammate or somebody that you had as a teammate, like, from years past.
I've been blessed with a lot of great teammates here. Initially, the first thought that came into my head was Troy Reeder and Nasir Adderley my freshman year. They're both guys that are still in the league. They're actually teammates with the Chargers, and both of them just prepared like professionals since college. Great guys, always respectful, even to the newer guys on the program, which is great. And I was in the room with Troy. I was directly his backup. I even roomed with him on game day. So he was a great tool to have. He'd always answer all my questions and bring me up to speed. So Troy Reeder's the number one guy I'd have to say for that.
Sure. And I guess the whole mentality behind that, at least to me, is you get these guys that were your teammates. Delaware is getting guys to the league. I mean, and then you being underneath him certainly had to learn at least a little bit from him. And you've certainly had success during your time there. What's been like your most memorable moment? Like, do you have like a play or a game that kind of sticks out in your brain that you want to share?
I have a few. The easy answer would be either my first interception against Lafayette my true freshman year, my first touchdown the following year against Stony Brook on a pick six. But I think the one play that really set the tone for the season this year and defined who I am, like as far as effort goes, was the Navy game. It was the very last drive. It was a third down, and we were up 14-7. Time's expiring. Third down, we call a blitz. We go in, the blitz gets picked up. We get caught with a jailbreak screen. And I just remember looking over my shoulder and seeing, the receiver with the ball and a lot of room to run. So I just turned on the jets and, sprinted as fast as I could and was able to, get him down before the first down marker, which forced the fourth down, which we ended up, winning the game on the next play. So, it's just one of those effort plays that I pride myself on. If you turn on the tape, you'll never see me jogging the ball. You'll never see me standing around. I'll always be sprinting the ball. It's something that was instilled in me very early by my father, and it's how I live my life.
Yeah, making that play against Navy had to be pretty sweet. I mean, you kind of have to stay on your toes against those guys since they're obviously an option team, option attack, and they rarely throw the ball, and so when they do, you kind of have to be ready for it. Which again, I mean, you were able to go out there and take that guy down. So awesome. All right, man, let's take a moment. I want to step outside of the realm of football for a little bit and get to know who this Johnny Buchanan guy is. So, tell me something about yourself that's maybe interesting, fun, unique, hobbies or whatever. Give me something about you as a guy off the field.
Yeah, I'm a pretty family oriented person. I love my family. I love spending time with them. Back home I have my parents and my three younger brothers. I've also been dating the same girl since high school, so I spend a lot of time with her. So I just love spending time with them. We have a pit bull named Backer, linebacker. So I love my dog very much. So just spending time with the family is great. I really love weight training and just I'm a big nerd, like I said, with exercise science. So I love training in the gym. I'm always going to be around the weight room somehow in my life. And as far as just kind of relaxing, I like to watch MMA. I'm a big UFC fan. So
You have a favorite UFC fighter?
I don't. I just love watching great fights. John Jones kind of got me into the sport when I was younger. I really enjoyed watching how like versatile he was and how unique his striking was. But I just like watching good fights.
So you think, and again, this is hypothetical because I know you're a football player, but you think that there might be that in your future, like if you wanted to, like, have you ever thought about being a UFC guy?
The goal is football. That's plan A, just football. But
Sure, I get that.
it would take some training. I would like to train to stay in shape one day when football's all said and done. But I don't know if I'd ever compete. I think I'd be able to. But yeah, I want to play in the NFL for a long time. That's my only goal.
Sure, I would definitely understand that. I mean, it's just that some people that are huge fans like yourself, I mean, that might be in the back of their mind. Couple of other questions just to kind of let people in on you a little bit. Favorite movie?
Ooh, I'm gonna say Warrior.
Okay.
It's not very well known, but it's that one MMA movie where the brothers end up fighting at the end, and it's a lot of family values in it. And I'm blanking on his name right now. Tom Hardy? Is that Bane? Is that who that is?
I can't remember because I
No,
haven't.
yeah, I think so. But he's a very famous actor. I don't know what if I think it's Tom Hardy. He plays the MMA fighter in it, and it's just a great movie. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it.
Sure. Uh, Favorite snack food, like if you have a cheat day.
Cheat day. Uh, I'm not a big snacker. Like my favorite, like if I could eat anything, I'm gonna go out and get like a nice steak with potatoes. I'm a big like steak and potato guy. That's my favorite food.
Sure. So what do you have, like a go-to restaurant like in your hometown or something?
I like Longhorn Steakhouse. That's right by my it's right by my house, and Can't go wrong with a T-bone steak.
That's fair. That's fair. As long as you're like a medium guy or a medium rare guy, it's those well done people that you can't trust.
Yeah, you can't try. So growing up, my mom would always make sure I get it like well done. And then, like probably like 5 years ago, someone looked at me crazy and I tried medium and I was like, okay, this is good. This is a lot better. I like steak even more now.
Oh,
So,
absolutely.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
you can't trust the people that do well done. I'm sorry, whoever, watches this, that's exactly how I feel. So,
No doubt.
um, hey, I know that you've been playing this game for a very long time, and so I want you to kind of take a look at maybe some of the people that have impacted you over the years, your coaches specifically. Has there been like maybe a particular lesson that you've learned from one of them in particular, whether it be your position coach, your head coach, current person, or maybe even back to like your high school days? Can you think of maybe one lesson that still sticks with you today?
Yeah. I mean, I've been very lucky to have a lot of great coaches. The first football mentor I've had in my life was my father. And as effort goes, I told you, like when I was a little kid, he would say, if the running back is on the 1 yard line about to score and you're on the opposite 1 yard line, 99 yards away, you better be in a full sprint to get him. So that stuck with me throughout my whole career. I took that very literally. So that stuck with me. And my position coach, Coach Yonner's done a great job. And our defensive coordinator, Manny Rojas, is taught me so many great lessons. It's hard to even pick out one. But we also have Coach Paul Warlow, who's an NFL veteran. He played in the NFL for 8 years. He was a Delaware guy, former captain of the Atlanta Falcons. And he spoke to us one time about no past, no future, just living in the moment, living in the play. Whatever happened the play before doesn't matter. Whatever's going to happen the next play doesn't matter. It's just about taking care of what needs to be taken care of in that moment. And that's probably the biggest lesson that has stuck with me as far as my career goes right now. Just living in the moment and doing your job in the play, and just everything else will fall into place.
Awesome. Awesome. Great words of advice there, for sure. So, hey, Johnny, as we wrap things up, I mean, I know that there have to be some NFL scouts that come to your games, your practices. I'm very curious about you and maybe what you bring to the table at the next level. And I want you to talk directly to them right now. Give them your pitch as to why they need to take a chance on you, maybe draft you, sign you, and what you would bring to their franchise. So go ahead and close us out with that.
Yes, sir. Well, any team that gives me an opportunity is going to get someone that is 100% all in and totally committed to the game of football. I have no distractions. My love for the football is so pure. It's just this is what I do. This is who I am. I was pretty much raised and bred to be a linebacker, be a football player. You're going to get someone who prepares like a champion, someone who brings your teammates up, and someone who's going to be a team guy. You tell me to go play special teams, I'll play special teams. You tell me to go play offense, I'll play offense. I just want to win games, and I want to prioritize being in the NFL for a long time, and I want to help a team win a Super Bowl. So, you're going to get someone that's all about ball, and that's genuine. That's not me saying that.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, again, I do feel like you're a guy who could contribute on special teams day one, be a leader in the locker room, and get yourself out there like on defense, really making plays. I mean, being, whether that be you dropping back into coverage and getting some more of those interceptions that you had, that you talked about, and then chasing some guys down on some plays. I mean, I know you can do that. Delaware has been able to really, put a lot of great talent in the NFL, and you might be the next one. So, best of luck to you guys for the rest of this season and everything else you got going on in your life. All right.
Well, thank you very much, Jimmy. I really appreciate you having me on.
Sure. No problem. Once again, I got with me Johnny Buchanan, linebacker out of Delaware. Definitely check him out.